Hi, everyone. Welcome to Alphawisdom. I'm Mystic Cassandria. Thank you for tuning in to our series of Getting Started. And again, we're talking about the faith line. This is lesson 86. You'll notice on your screen it says the faith line, or, yes, it has another name, Line of Saturn, because the faith line always moves toward that middle finger, and that's Saturn. Or it can be called the career line. We'll be talking about overlapping fate lines and the fate line as we look at some defects that are on the line. So let's get going with 886. All right, as we look at this one, we see overlapping. We've seen examples of that before. You were introduced to it, but this is another way. And these are well-defined lines. So here's a person, and we can just looking at it, you can see this person decided to step out on his own to be successful. And we can see that success because look at the quality of that line. Well-defined. He's very determined. And when the line starts, we don't see any breaks. We don't see any dysfunction in the line. It is clear. He starts off at a younger age, I'd say in the teens, and he found a job that he liked, the career. It was working well. And then somehow something came toward him to head him in this direction, still headed toward the middle finger Saturn, still very secure in the job. We have a little branch coming from the first one, but it seems that that second one is the job or the career for this person. And that is an example of overlapping. Okay, let's move on to the next one. All right, here we have some defects. You have 3 examples here. Just for information, the blue color is the lifeline, the green is the head, and the red is the heart. Now, that first line is wavy, and it's called a wavy line. It's it's listed as A. The one in the middle is B. That's a straight line, but you've got these crosses at the top. And let's look at the third one. It's similar, but we have different lengths of line, and they're a little wider spaced. The lines are longer. That's C. They're called crossbars. Okay, so let's see what's going on with this one. We'll take the first one first. Okay. If the line of Saturn is wavy, it indicates that the person will follow a constantly changing course. If, in addition to its wavy line, this line be uneven or defective in other ways, then the subject will have increased difficulty in his journey through life. So if you have a wavy line, don't distress. Just see what happens after the line. That's what really counts. Let's go on to the next one. This is crosses, when we see crosses. Okay. If the Saturn lines between the head and heart line be covered with crosses, the subject will have repeated reverses, which he will withstand if the line continues up after this period, but which will overcome him if it does not. Now, if we look at that, I've made sure I let that line penetrate through those crosses. So yes, there's a defect, but he moved out of it and he's on his way to what he planned for. Let's take a look at the next one when we have the cross bars. Okay. If the line cuts through these, I'm a little ahead of myself. If this portion of the Saturn line is cut with crossbars, the person will meet with obstacles to his career. If the line cuts through these bars and severs them, the person will overcome the difficulties. But if these bars cut the Saturn line, the person will have great difficulties in doing so. Okay, so what is happening here? the person has cut through the first one, the second one, and just peeped through the third one. So he's made it. It's a good thing. All right, let's move on to the last one. Occasionally throughout the lessons, I've showed you worry signs, and I've indicated try not to worry so much. It affects your hand. I've written there worry lines that come from Venus and from the moon, and maybe a chance line thrown in. Remember, we talked about chance lines. They call chance because they just appear, and it's a good sign. From all parts of the hand, crossing and joining to the fate line. Okay, you don't want that. This shows what's happening in your hand if you are a worrier. So let's try our best. Okay, in many hands, all hands don't look like this now, but worry lines that come from the mount of Venus, lines from the mount of the moon, and chance lines from all parts of the hand will be found crossing and joining themselves to the line of Saturn. This is particularly the case with nervous people who have heavily lined and rayed hands. Each one of these events, persons, illnesses, or whatever may be the interpretation of several lines, will in some way affect the career of the person. Some of these will be a positive detriment, others will strengthen and aid in the advancement of the person. So in the long run, it could be a good thing, but then again, you are always in control. So don't let worries get you down. Try to remove yourself from it as best you can. Okay? This ends our lesson for today. I won't say we won't talk about the fate line anymore because there's really more to say. But thank you for watching. Give a thumbs up if you like it and you understood it, as well as share and, of course, subscribe. And thank you so much for subscribing. So have a great day. Stay safe. Be happy. And bye.